Good afternoon, my friends. So today I'm in a little town in southwestern Algiers, in the southwestern part of the wilaya of Algiers. This little town is known as, or small town is known as Rahmania. It's a small municipality and a small town. I think that this is the heart of this town, the core of it, the central part of it, with its trees that are. It's lined with trees. This street here is lined with trees. I think that it's the main street. And I am going to drive from this suburban neighborhood to Ain Benian. Ain Benian. Ain Benian. There is a cafe here on the left, but it's closed. So it's like a small sleepy town. There is a post office here. And there is the city hall. Yes, the city hall of Rahmania. Okay, so Rahmania is known for its cyber park. There is an area here that houses companies, startup companies, technological companies, or companies specialized in new technologies. There is a grocery store over there. And this sleepy town is the headquarters, or the administrative center of the municipality. And Rahmania is also known for its multiple apartment complexes and pharmaceutical companies, pharmaceutical factories. I think that that building on the top of that hill is one of them. Many pharmaceutical companies are based here. Alright, so there is a stop sign here. And this is National Highway 63. We are driving onto this highway. I have chosen to drive, to take the left here in order to show you one of those apartment complexes built within the framework of the ADL housing program. ADL. There is a restaurant here. It's a chicken and fries restaurant. There is a hardware store. So these are all hardware stores are much needed by people, improving their houses, their apartments, because some of those apartments aren't complete yet, or they aren't very finalized. Therefore, they aren't very finished. Therefore, their occupants are going to need to visit the hardware store often in order to buy everything they need to finish them. Okay, so that is one of those apartment complexes. This is where I will be living in the coming years, hopefully. As you can see, it's a big apartment complex, perhaps a kilometer across. German Shepherd, one of the best dog breeds. And, it looks beautiful from here, and they are also building these new roads in order to link the administrative center of Rahmania to this apartment complex, which will undoubtedly be the part of Rahmania with the highest population density, at least for the few coming years. And look at the sky, just look at this sky, which is so blue, Algerian sky. And these areas, just 10 years ago, these areas were rural areas. They were farmland. And now they are building these new houses. Algeria, or these new apartment buildings, Algeria is becoming more and more, bigger and bigger. Algiers, sorry, the capital city, is becoming bigger and bigger, sprawling in all directions. Okay, so this is the huge roundabout. near these apartment complexes. That's a pharmaceutical company. And now we are going to drive on Highway 63 to go to Ain Benian. And we are driving towards the northwest. As you can see, this is a wide road. I think that is going to become a motorway. We are driving in the direction of another small town known as Mahelma. We call it locally Mahelma. And behind those buildings I just filmed, there is a dam. It's the Duira Dam, and Rahmania is not very far from Duira. And Duira is a much bigger suburb. A huge suburb where they are building a huge stadium. And of course, Duira is one of those suburbs that are plagued with chronic traffic. It's a very interesting area. Half rural, half urban, or in the process of urbanization. So this is where that huge apartment complex ends. There is such a beautiful view from here. As you can see, it's perhaps a kilometer or a kilometer and a half across. And as I said, that's where I will be living. So now I'm going to turn around and continue my way. I wonder what these structures are. And by the way, they can be seen even from the Bleeda Atlas, even from Ain Benian. There are two twin steel structures, tall buildings, and I wonder, they are still unfinished. They have been around since at least 2008 or something. I don't know. But now they should finish them in order to make the area more beautiful. And back in the 1990s and the early 2000s, Rahmania used to be the least populated municipality in Algiers, and it also was the poorest of Algiers municipalities. But it seems that the local authorities have been working on developing it. So now we see those pharmaceutical companies, as well as now the sun is behind the horizon and it's getting dark all of a sudden. So as I said, they have been doing taking measures in order to develop this area and have companies set up their factories here. I wonder what that village on the left is called. There is, I can see a village on the left. My brother told me that there is another village further away known as Sidi Abdallah, the Sidi Abdallah village, and they named the city of Sidi Abdallah, the new city of Sidi Abdallah, after that village. And Sidi is Arabic for saint, a venerated saint, a person who is venerated in Islamic culture. It's a beautiful rural road. It's Highway 63. which links the second southern bypass motorway to the southern bypass motorway, okay, to the Benian-Zeralda motorway. So after we leave this road, we will drive onto the second bypass motorway, La Rocade Sud, or the Benian-Zeralda motorway. Duira is behind us, and now we are driving towards Mahelma. And many families, thousands of Algiers families are being relocated or are relocating to these areas where they are building new apartments. And Sidi Abdallah is one of the largest new suburbs of Algiers. They started developing it in 20 years ago, in the early 2000s, and now I think that this is the Sidi Abdallah village. It's interesting. It has a few stores. There is a mini mart, a fruit stall, a restaurant, a cafe, another chicken and fries restaurant. That's what I call them. A bakery, a hardware store, a marble shop, and that huge apartment complex over there is part of the LPP program. It's for the high middle class. The ADL is for the middle class. And this apartment complex here on the left is the December 1960 apartment complex, and it's for the LPP. Those buildings, yellow buildings on the right, are beautiful. I wish I came earlier to film these areas here. And you can see this wall of apartment buildings on the left. It's impressive and kind of, intimidating at the same time. It's like a huge barrier. It's beautiful and ugly at the same time. like in many cities in the world. Some structures are beautiful and ugly at the same time, so they are interesting and dull at the same time. Just look at those buildings on the right. They have a different pattern. Okay, let's go and film the portal, or the entrance, the main entrance to that huge apartment complex. The December 11th, 1960 apartment complex. Huge. Very interesting. Alright, so now we're turning around here because I've got to continue my trip to Ain Benian. And I think that two of my ex-bosses live here. Alright. Great. Let's go. So this is a double carriageway section of Highway 63, but I think that the other carriageway hasn't really been open to traffic. And now we are driving straight towards Mahelma. There is a road bump here, speed bump. One has got to be careful. I can see a sea of apartment complexes on the right, of apartment buildings. Too bad I can't film them for you. So they are continuing to develop the area, and the area in 4 or 5 years, this area will be super populated. And now we are entering the town of Mahelma, which in fact is one of the old towns here in the area. Oh, ouch. But of course I won't have to drive this far in order to buy or in order to do shopping. We will be having our own stores there back in the apartment complex, and when we need something we don't have in our stores, we will drive to Duero. This is Mahelma. And there is this ex-church. Oh, there is always traffic here because we are at the center of the town. And I think that there is a tennis court around here. Somebody told me that there is a tennis court around here. This traffic jam is going to ease in a moment. Oh, and by the way, this area is serviced by private buses doing the shuttle between Zeralda and Duira. So I think that this area is serviced by lots of buses. The transport system here is not that bad. But you know, the main difference between living in Algiers as a city, I don't know, in Algiers proper, city of Algiers, and living here is you know, the fact that you can't move from one area or from one suburb to another without I mean, just on foot. It's too long to walk. The distances are too long to walk, and the areas are not really developed. The roads, or yes, the roads are not really developed. There is a square here on the left for local residents to come and have some fresh air. Go ahead, people are crossing the road. Okay, it's our turn now, sir. Sorry. So yes, this is the central part of this small town of Mahelma. All right. One last speed bump before we exit this town, this small town. Yes, the tennis court is on the right, by the way. Oh, it's just a small, very small tennis court. Yes, the Mahelma tennis club, and I can see a lot of bus stops here. Now we are approaching the Sidi Abdallah town, the town of Sidi Abdallah. But I will only show you its entrance. We won't visit it today. because we don't have much time. The sun is setting, it's getting darker and darker. They are building a mosque here on the right for the local communities to come and pray. Now we are facing the west, and the sun is setting. There is a big gas station here, and that is the city of Sidi Abdallah. Sidi Abdallah, the new city of Sidi Abdallah. So now, okay, I think that, I mean, I wonder whether this is a, yes, it's a roundabout. So that's Sidi Abdallah. And now if you want to go to Sidi Abdallah, you take you drive straight on. You drive straight on. It's over there. It's a huge city. It's a sea, another sea of apartment complexes. Now if you want to return to Ma'alma and Rahmania and Duira, you take the right. We have just come from that road, from that right road over there. But we are taking this direction instead. We are going in this direction. Yes, Zeralda and Algiers. There, the sign reads Zeralda. All right. Easy peasy with all these declivities and speed bumps. Wherever you look here, you see new apartment buildings being constructed. Now, I'm driving in the direction of Algiers. I'm facing the east. There, on the horizon, you can see those old suburbs of Algiers, like Ain Benian and Stawali and Shiraga. And these, I mean, the place where we are now is represents the new suburbs of Algiers, where thousands of Algiers families are relocated. Okay, so, all right, turning around. And wherever you look, you find, I mean, you see new roads being built. Okay, so now I unnecessarily turned around that roundabout. I should have taken this right road. Now I am leaving the Sidi Abdallah area. There is an amusement park under construction on the right, a small amusement park with rides. So they are on the right, and this will probably be the Sidi Abdallah amusement park. Yes, the amusement park of Sidi Abdallah. That's what that sign reads. It's on the right. It will be very interesting to visit. So for people, that portal over there, that arc over there, is the entrance to Sidi Abdallah. It's the gate, the main gate, or the main entrance to Sidi Abdallah, to the new city of Sidi Abdallah. There are lots of people hitching rides here, but I can't pick anyone while I'm driving. And you shouldn't pick just anybody, okay? Because some people look suspicious. I would usually pick families up. This road is so long. But it will eventually lead us to the southern bypass motorway, La Rocade Sud, also known as the Benacar-Zeralda motorway. And now I've got, oh, I can see the sea. We're approaching Zeralda, the area of Zeralda. And of course, from that motorway you could go anywhere you want. You could either go to Tipaza in the west, or to Algiers and Boumerdès and Tizi Ouzou and Béjaïa and any other city in the central parts, in the central and eastern parts of Algeria. Blida, Bouira, Sétif, everywhere. Okay, so Algiers is on the left. Zeralda is straight ahead, and Tipaza is on the right. All right. Let's merge into the left lane. You have the right of way. You're at a roundabout. Okay, Zeralda is just a kilometer away, but we will visit it in another video, on another trip. Okay, that's the sign of Algiers. Alger. Great. But we are headed towards Ain Benian. There we go, and I can see that the road is busy today. There are a lot of people driving towards Algiers. Interesting to film Algiers at different times, okay? Early in the morning, middle of the day, on a cloudy day, on a foggy day, on a misty day, and even at night, or on a rainy day. So I'm experimenting with all these things. Now we are exiting the Zeralda area and approaching the Staweli and the Ain Benian area. There is an exit to the highway, to the east-west motorway. In fact, it's the southern bypass motorway, which links Algiers to, or this part of Algiers to the east-west motorway. So now, if you want to go to Boumerdès and even Algiers, central Algiers, you can take that exit. This is an entrance to relocated. If you want to return to Sidi Abdallah, you can take that road, that exit. And of course, if you want to go to Boumerdas, Tizi Ouzou, Constantine, the airport, and even Algiers, you can take that exit too. There, on the right. It could lead you back to Douira and Rahmania, the area we have just left. Hope it's not blurry. Now, this is the entrance to Sidi Froj and Stawali. We're approaching it, it's on the right. Ain Benian, straight ahead. Sharaga and Ain Benian. But if you want to go to Stawali, you take the next exit on the right. Stawali is not very far from Ain Benian. It's west of Ain Benian. I can see the moon. The moon is visible this afternoon. There is this apartment complex on the right. If you want to go to Sweden, you take the right turn over there. I hope the video isn't blurry. So we're in the area of Stawali here, Sidi Froj and Stawali. And Sidi Froj is known for its thermal baths and hotels and resorts. There is a resort there, there is a tourist resort there. I've got to pause filming here for a while. There is a plant nursery on the right, by the way. So I'm pausing filming in a moment. Okay guys, so we're driving straight on now, and well, just look at the moon. I see it much bigger than it appears in the video. It's much bigger than that. In the video it appears like a Alright, so now if you want to go to Blida, you can take the right. I think that this road too is going to lead you to the second southern bypass motorway, but we are entering the Bushawi area instead. this is my preferred entrance to Ain Benian. I prefer to access the area of Ain Benian through this road here, because the other road, the other entrance further away, will lead you to the Legion Road, which links Sharaga to Ain Benian, and I am not really interested in that. I hate that road because it's full of speed bumps. Now, if you want to go back to the Zeralda highway, you take the right. This is the Bushawi road, and Bushawi is a forest. It's a big forest on the right, visited by lots of people, by the way. Oh, Sharaga is on the right. Suburb of Sharaga. Be careful on this road, guys, because sometimes, okay, traffic police places radars, and you could get clocked by a radar, speeding radar, and sometimes there are horses walking on this road. Okay, those horses are part of the activities, are involved in the used for the activities inside the Bushawi Park. It's a forest, and there is a park there. It's open for the public. People go there to exercise and have some fresh air, and that's the portal, or the main entrance to the Bushawi forest. It's over there. It's on the right. So maintain your speed at 60 kilometers per hour. 37 minutes on the road. Wow. It's getting darker and darker. Taking this underpass. If you, there is a second entrance to the forest on the right, by the way. Okay. If you want to return to Algiers, there is a roundabout above this underpass. So take the right if you want to return to Algiers. It's getting darker and darker. They have already turned on my headlights. You can see the sea from here too. This is the Club de Pin, or Pine Club area. Club de Pin in French. Slow down here. There is a roundabout over there. just look at this road, expressway, beautiful expressway lined with palm trees, beautiful palm trees. And now we are headed straight towards Ain Benian, while Stawali is behind us. And Stawali was the place where French forces disembarked here in Algeria in 1830. It was in June 1830 that they disembarked and they started colonizing Algeria. And Algiers fell on July the 5th, 1830, some 20 days later. If you want to go back to Sharaga, you take the right, then you turn right. You will be going to Sharaga via the Lagoon Road. And those apartment buildings over there, on the top of those hills, are part of Ain Benian. They were built within the framework of the ADL program to improve housing here in Algeria. Great. There's always traffic here. And this is the entrance of Ain Benian. It took us 42 minutes to drive from Rahmania to Ain Benian. And Ain Benian is visited by people who go to the Lamadrag recreational port. There are restaurants there and ice cream parlors in the summer, but it's also busy in other seasons, especially in the winter and spring breaks. The sky has this beautiful bluish, pinkish, orange color when the sun is setting. It's peach colored. If you want to go to Sharaga via the plateau, you take the right. If you want to turn around and go back to Stawali, you just turn around this roundabout. This area is usually busy. There is usually traffic there because of the road that leads to Sharaga, to the plateau and Sharaga. Shouldn't exceed 60 kilometers per hour on this road. Just keep it at 60 kilometers per hour. It's much safer. Better safe than sorry. And as you can see, there are people crossing the road. There are zebra crossings. And there are some mini marts around here. There was a beach. There was a beach here on the left, known as Jamila. We used to come here when we were kids. was my father's favorite beach. Those buildings on the left are beautiful. And Ain Benian is being developed. Many new buildings are being built around here. Many beautiful houses too. But I think that it will see much more development in the few coming years, because it's on the sea, and it's not very far from Algiers. My battery is dying after 46 minutes of filming. Whoa. So I have turned on the battery saver. And I love the fact that this road isn't congested today. This afternoon. This late afternoon. Wow. I'll continue filming until I reach the central part of Ain Benian, the heart of this suburb, coastal suburb. Okay. So if you want to drive to Algiers, you drive straight on the right, okay? But now we're taking the left. There is a ballroom here, somewhere here. I attended a few weddings here. It's on the left. I can't really locate it. Oh yes, it's here. Al-Bahia, yes. The wedding room is known as Al-Bahia, it's on the left. And Rahmania is on the left. Oh, that roundabout is being renovated. They are certainly going to make it beautiful. More beautiful than it used to be. So if you want to go to Rahmania, you take the left. If you want to go to Algiers, you take that right road over there too. That road leads to Algiers too. Alright guys, so this is the Ain Benian private bus station. Those buses will take you to Slawali, Zeralda, or to Algiers too. They can also take you to Algiers. There are buses servicing Algiers from here. And well, that was us driving from Rahmania to Ain Benian. We hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications button to receive notifications on videos like these. Drive safely, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.